on, guys? This is your boy, Lord Alejandro. Welcome to another episode. Well, welcome back to the Tax Collectors Podcast, man. This is your host. I got your another host, Robi Vega.
What's going on? Good to be back.
And your other host,
the prettiest one of them all.
What's up,
that
man?
guy, Ricardo.
AKA Chef.
What's going on, everybody? We're excited to be here right now. It's been a while. Us three have been in this room, so cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yes, cheers to that. Cheers to that. Woo! Yep, guys, so check this out, man. It's been a long time that we have done this. We started doing this podcast during the pandemic. You know, COVID, we had nothing else to do. We was like, you know what, let's just do a podcast. And we just started recording episodes. And, you know, a little history about us. We just wanted to record episodes. We record probably till late 2021. You know, then we basically took a break. 2022, we recorded another episode. You know, just to kind of try to throw us back in there. And then, you know, then we just, you know, took a big break, you know.
Life happened.
There you go. Life happened.
Got two girls pregnant.
You know,
Just
you know, I went to the Marines. You know, I got kicked out at the same time, but you know, life happened. You know,
Life definitely happened.
You know, but we're back though. We're back. You know, we wanted to do this again, 2024. You know, and we just wanted to do a quick, you know, kind of, I guess, a kind of back introduction as to who we are, what we about, you know, and you know, why don't you share with everybody why we're the tax collectors? Man?
No, I think the idea of it is just to kind of invite you in our conversations. We just feel like we just some three ordinary dudes that go through a lot of shit that we all go through, right? And so right now we're just kind of being transparent. Well, what we go through.
Exactly.
And the tax collectors, man, it's just something that we've always kind of just ran with. I think, you know, it's more like, the tax collectors it's more from like the biblical days. Because now tax collectors to me is something literal. Like,
Literally,
holy
bro.
shit. Like, I got some IRS problems, my bro.
Yep.
But it's not even about the fucking taxes or nothing like that. It's about like in
That's
Jesus'
one
days.
thing you gotta let them know.
Hey, you gotta pay it. This is one thing I learned in 2023. Pay your taxes and don't let your insurance lapse.
No,
Because there's some consequences.
do not let your car insurance slap.
Yo, the DMV will take you for a ride.
Because there's serious consequences, you know.
IRS will take you for a ride.
Anyways, Rick, why don't you tell us why are we the tax collectors?
Come on, man. You know, like you, I don't know which one y'all just said it.
Just think none of us really knows why.
Yo, so biblically, listen, I know this much, that we operate in a space that is very almost on the line, right? So we're out of too Christian for the world and too worldly for some Christians. You know what I mean? And so, and unfortunately, during the biblical times, the tax collectors were not accepted by the Jewish, and usually it's a Jew that would be the tax collector. And then, you know, also not accepted by the Romans. And unfortunately, this Jew worked with the Romans to collect taxes from the people, his own people. And so, you know, he wasn't welcomed anywhere. That's what we were just saying. We're not welcome, like, to be ourselves in a Christian environment a lot of times. And then we're not welcome, like, to be ourselves in this world, you know? So
that's a good explanation, honestly, because I know what it is, but it's hard kind of to put it in words because it's more like they were kind of like the profession that you didn't want to have.
Right,
it was more like the profession people look down upon. Because come on, you're collecting people's money, man. And it doesn't matter if you're in Jesus' times or in today's times. You try to take somebody's money, you're going to get looked down upon, you know.
Definitely. Something I've been, you know, thinking about, you know, now, and I'll ask you guys a question, you know, now that we're kind of back and we're just, you know, reminiscing on when we started. All right, as we're talking about the pandemic, how has the pandemic affected, you know, your journey in life, you know, to where you're at now? That's kind of more of the question. I don't know if
it made me go to Colombia all the effing time.
There we go.
Ooh, how did that affect your life, though?
Oh,
that sounds fun, though. Can I say that? Can I just say it sounds like
it's an amazing
time?
Oh, it's a great time.
Colombia all the time.
I think with the pandemic, we it's funny because when that ban got lifted, that travel ban got lifted.
Right.
Me and my brother were the first ones going to Cartagena, Colombia. Like, no, we were like one of the first planes that was able to land, to go and travel. Yo, and even like So ever
That's
since
true.
then, we
That's
get
true.
there, we see this whole new world of
Listen,
like,
as soon as they opened the airport, the traveling lifted off. We were the first ones in the airport.
because so we had bought a ticket in July, but they kept like delaying it until they opened it like in September, right? Or I forgot when.
Yeah, September, late September.
They opened it up, and we were the first one on that damn
That's
flight,
so
bro.
funny, man.
We were the first ones to up in that. What airlines we took?
Spirit, baby.
Yo, and
Spirit.
I think it was like $100 and something
Round trip.
To Colombia that time, because nobody was trying to travel.
But that whole year it was like
That's too
$200
funny,
round trip,
though. And then so you find yourself since then. Here we are in 2024. Have you gone more than twice?
Oh, I've been like 12 times, and I ended the
12.
year with a bang. Actually,
Come on now. Oh,
Actually,
bang.
yeah,
Yo,
so-
he did.
No.
So right now we're recording in it. What is it? We're early January, but I definitely left with a bang, bro. I left 2023 with a literal bang.
Wait, bro. Like fireworks bang? Like a gunfight bang? Like, what do you mean a literal bang? Why don't you explain a little more for other people?
One night I just got so hammered, bro, that I just drove to the airport with no baggage, no bag. I mean, I have mad baggage, but no luggage, a little bit of money, no socks,
God.
Yo,
a passport, and I booked it, bro.
In a will. In a will to get out of
in
here.
a will.
yo,
In a will. Yes.
yo, you basically went to Colombia with no luggage.
No luggage.
Nothing.
Like a
no
nomad.
No luggage. I had lost my debit card, so really I just had my phone. No luggage, bro. I had my work laptop because I took it just because I thought that I would do work, but I didn't do shit.
Come on.
And my passport. And I feel like as long as you got money in a passport, that's
But
kind
wait,
of
the question is, did you take your CPAP machine?
Nope.
Not even your CPAP machine?
Nope.
Oh, you wildin', yo.
Nope.
Because listen, I was gonna say, as long as you have your CPAP machine, you don't need nothing else. You straight. You need your CPAP machine and your phone.
Up the damn
And-
CPAP machine. You don't sleep when you're over there.
Yo, that's true though.
But that was probably one of my craziest. And I think that it's not even funny. I mean, right now it's funny, but yo, because I had a layover. in Miami. Yeah. Yo, so I remember being on the plane going to Miami, fucked up, bro, drunk, bro. Like, I was like not in my right state of mind going there, getting on the plane, buying my ticket. But as soon as we went into Miami, bro, that feeling of what the fuck did I just do?
Yo, but wait, hold on.
No.
I need to know this. What drives a man? What's going on in a mental state of mind for a man
Yo, that day
to
was
say,
just,
I'm just gonna get up with no socks,
bro, it's
little
part,
money,
it's part of my
a
testimony. These are
passport.
stories that I'm gonna tell my
and
kids,
say,
bro.
I'm gonna. So you,
Like-
what was going on in your mental space?
I
What
need to
was-
get the
started-
fuck out of here. I'm tired
Come
of
on.
this shit. That's what I went
Yeah,
through.
like
That's
you
it.
had to hit a boiling
and,
point.
and I think what drove me was this is a thought that was driving me there because I kind of remember these motherfuckers think I'm fucking playing around.
You saying they think I won't do this?
That was kind of like yeah, that was my thing. And I was like, I remember one of the last text messages I text my brother was, "You think I'm fucking playing?" Because he had made a comment like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell the people over there to wait for you, bro. You be fired." Right? And he was being sarcastic. So I'm like, the message was like, "All right, bro. You think I'm fucking playing around?"
What you say?
He's like, "All right, cool, man. I'm gonna make sure everyone knows you're going, man." They go,
No, I actually texted him and I was like, yo, what time you getting over there? Because I hit up our boy over there. He's gonna be waiting for you in the airport. They want to know what time you getting over there. You know,
sarcastic.
You were
It was a
lying, right?
sarcastic
You were
tone.
lying.
So Robbie's like, oh, you know what? You think I'm joking? I'm gonna be over there. But part of me was like, yo, I know he ain't that dumb.
Yo, but when did you realize like this motherfucker did that?
I guess the next day I saw
When homegirl was blown, like something happened.
Nah, I think I more realized it when basically they somehow people they told me that the car that you took was in the airport and they had an air tech in the car and they located up in the what LaGuardia or something. That's when I was like, yo, this dude better not have done the craziest thing right now, yo.
Y'all, and how I knew? Ask me how I knew. Because this guy turned off his location. I have his location.
All right, I turned
He
it off.
his
'cause, yo,
location
I
on
did turn
me.
it off. I
He
did
turned off his location on me, and I'm like, nah, this guy didn't do what he said. They're saying he did.
Yo, but that
like
Robbie, let me flip this on you real quick. All right, you have a daughter. Your daughter gets mad, bro. You got her mad, bro. Not just you, but something else in this world got her mad.
no, I got her.
And
mad.
she said, I'm getting up and I'm out. She's gone, bro. She just jumped on a flight. She's not going to Colombia, but she's going somewhere. And we don't know where. Are you going to be like, she calls you from her layover, you're going to be like, well,
that's a good
whatever.
question.
You already went. You already went.
Like, hey, listen, like, you shouldn't do this. I've done it and I paid the price. And she's going to say,
no,
I
don't think.
She's in her
no,
layover.
I don't think I'll do that.
She's in her layover.
I think I'll take the same approach that my mom took, in a sense where it's more like, listen, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like just calm down. You know, just go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll talk when you get back.
Okay, but
I think that's more than what my approach. Like,
okay, but now she hits you up, right? And, you know, like 2 days later, she's like, hey, listen, I wasted all my money. I don't know how.
2 days later.
Yeah, like, 3 days, I wasted all my money. I don't know how I'm gonna. I need your help. How will you react to that?
I'll be upset, and I'll be upset, but at the same time, I would buy her a flight back and make sure she comes back, and then we'll because and no matter what, I knew that this is one thing too, though, and I think it's important to understand. Like, I know we're making light of it and stuff, but I know there's consequences for what I've done, right? And I know there's, as a man, there's two things that I go by. There's consequences for what we do, and what's done in the dark, eventually it's going to come out to the light. Eventually it's going to come out to the light. You know what I'm saying? And those are two principles that I really try to teach my daughter and tell my daughter, like, no matter what I've done, you keep, like, remember what daddy tells you, like, there's consequences for your actions, and whatever you do in the dark is going to be exposed. So, like, I knew coming back that there's a lot of, like, I had to just I had to fix a lot of things coming back, right?
Reevaluate.
Reevaluate exactly why I did it, why, you know what I'm saying, what led me to that. And I think, bro, it's kind of like we get to a place, man, where we're just not happy, right? And so I think we go back to a place where we feel like makes us happy. And that could be with traveling, that could be with addictions, that could be with alcohol, that could be with anything, bro. That could be with going to the casinos. So, man, I feel like kind of self-evaluating of like, am I really happy here? Like, if this is
that's a great point, bro.
Is it something that I, you know what I'm saying? But there are certain things that I know that I can't escape from. Being a father is like one of the biggest things, bro. It's like, and so like that wrestling with the fact that, like, what happens if I do want to move, bro? What happens if I do want to move to Colombia? Like, what happens if I want to make my life there because I love it so much? Because over there I feel so welcome and so loved, and I have friends and I have family, in a sense where it's more my daughter's family, but like, it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle, and it's not easy to navigate, because I shouldn't have done what I've done, man. But it goes back to like, man, like, am I gonna have the same feeling next month? Do I have the same feeling now?
I think what you did, though, in some way, shape, or form, like you mentioned, we all do it. We all do it. There's this part of of every person. It's not just like a man or a woman thing. It's every person runs away from something when they're scared, bro, and they run back. It's usually they run back to something. You know what I mean? Maybe an old lifestyle, maybe like you said, a habit, usually, or something like that. And it's sad because the truth is we all did it. Bro, I didn't do exactly how you did it, but I had my form of running away. You know what I mean?
You went to Puerto Rico?
Nah, bro. Yo, you remember when I went to Tijuana? I was living in Tijuana, Mexico, bro.
But
why we never even knew you were having a hard time over there, though? That's the question,
bro. I was running away.
Was it pride?
No, it could have been pride, ego. It could have been a lot going on. But at the time,
you was working at the taco truck,
I wasn't doing nothing, bro. You know what?
Like elotes.
I was a real
enchilada,
a paisa, bro. I was literally like, worse, bro. I was bad down there. I was hurting. But my whole point is that I ran away. I was running away. I was doing this running away thing. Where it was like, I don't need to be part of my old life.
Right.
I don't need to be part of anybody else's life or a burden or anything in that nature, where I just need to do my own thing. Exactly. And I ran away. But I know some people that do it now. They run back to exes. They run back to their a friendship that was real toxic. They run back to a habit that was really hurting them. They just do it. We just do it because we don't know what else to do. We just go run back. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not crazy what you did. It's just hilarious. I think it's hilarious how it happened, bro. It was just so unexpected.
Definitely.
Right? Am I right, yo? Luke, what's your point of view? You're his brother, bro. Obviously, we talked about your text messages, but he's telling you, he's about to go. He's about to go to the airport.
But I was waiting for a long text message from my brother.
Nah, I mean,
like, I was waiting for like, what the fuck you doing? and I was ready to. And I already had it premeditated. ...
What you gonna say?
Fuck off.
Yo, so I didn't want to.
It's premeditated.
Because I didn't want to. I didn't want you to send me a big ass text message just telling me what I did was wrong. Because it's something you already know. So I was like, yo,
Nah, because at that point already, I already feel like, yo, my brother's an addict, yo. So I already feel like, yo, why even write to him something? That ass.
He went to Colombia
I was like, yo,
unexpectedly, and you say he's an addict.
Like, yeah, I was already like, yo, this guy, he's somewhere, he's different, he's somewhere else. So I was already more like, yo, it's pointless to write anything to you because it's like, yo,
what was your stages of like obviously you were angry, disappointed, sad, not bothered. I don't get like.
Nah, I was angry in the morning was because your daughter needed to be at school at 8 in the morning, yo. And normally, bro, like that night, bro, I was already tired. You know, we went out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was one of these things where I'm like, yo, I gotta get, like, who's gonna take her? Like, I had to get up at 7 in the morning. So that's why I was already pissed off because I was like, yo, it's too early for me to do this stuff, man. Like, yo, like.
So you
like,
were
like,
pissed off at the responsibilities you had.
I was just more like,
left.
yo, my thing is like, yo, go ahead, yo, you want to bounce, bro, do you?
But set the Uber up for your daughter when you
like, yo, we make calls, be like, hey, Rick, man, I left, yo, can you take my daughter, bro? I'm gonna send you $50.
Yeah.
Work it out. I didn't really.
But that was like the biggest is that my daughter was kind of like.
I would just.
I wouldn't say
more
involved in it, but just
but ultimately, she got the Robbie. She got Robbie, bro. She got Robbie. She didn't get dad. She got Robbie, bro. And he said,
no, she got Robbie Vega.
She got Robbie Vega, bro.
This part of the podcast is sponsored by Homemade Moscow Mules, 2 ounces of vodka, half a cup of ginger beer, and half an ounce of lime juice.
If it's Moscow,
if it's Moscow Mule, it's a Bad Bunny album. No, but you know what we're gonna cheers to? I think this part of, I think this part of the episode is gonna, cheers to something that happened recently in our political world.
Yep.
Mr. Ricardo Guzman, aka that guy Ricardo,
Yes.
just became a city sheriff.
Come on now.
Come on. Sheriff.
Congrats, my
If you
guy.
ask him what it is,
Congrats.
probably not gonna give you a clear answer.
No, if you have to
Congrats.
ask, then then you need to find out. And
But
should find out.
I think this part is kind of more geared towards kind of like where we are, where we're from, in Bridgeport. And I think we're just coming out of. We're still in this. We're early January.
Yeah.
First of all, congrats. But
Thank you.
we are still in this whole political like shit show, I would say, right? Like,
Yeah, here in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
yes, in Bridgeport, there's this whole shit show going on, and I don't want to make this about politics, but we're just gonna keep it real about politics because I just kind of want to share what I feel about it sometimes, because it's not like whether you're with this guy, whether you were fucking Gomes or Ganem or now they got this whole primaries again, and so it's just been exhausting, man. Just trying to keep up with all the shit show that's been going on, but it goes back to like, for me, it just puts a bad taste in my mouth about politics,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know some of us, even if you're watching or even here, we have more personal affiliations with some of the candidates, right? So it'd be a little different, but in terms of generally, man, like, it just makes you want to say, man, fuck politics, bro.
No, and
it really does, bro.
And I think,
Yeah.
I think we all felt like, there was a point in our lives, and obviously I'm in it, but obviously I wasn't always in it, and so that feeling of like, of course, politics is being politics. There's some more corrupt stuff or this and that and that. So it's more like, I get it. I was on that side of the fence. I understand.
And not only the corruption, but it's more like, oh, you voted for this guy? Like, yo, like, yeah, I voted for this guy. It kind of goes back to like Trump, like, yeah, I voted for Gomes or I voted for Ganem. Like, dude, this is my personal vote.
Yo, but look, one of the things, man, that does get me like frustrated when you're going to the polls to vote.
Oh, you Bridgeporters.
Yo, to both parties, don't do this, man. That already gets me annoyed, yo. Like, this is why this time I actually did an absentee ballot, like, just to I just send it. When you go over there, man, you get like people in your face, like, yo, what's up, man? Who you voting for? Gomes, right? Ganem, right? Like, yo, they do it with such like, yo, they do it with such
get out my face.
Like yo, like if you're up in the streets, you're like you're in Pembroke or something, bro. Like I'm like I just feel like compelled to say whoever they support, like I'm gonna vote for them. Because if not, I feel like they're gonna throw eggs on my car or something like that.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's a little
please,
too much.
to both parties, don't do that, man. That's just a little bit too much. You know, when they're going to vote in the polls, just whatever, man. You know, hey, man, you know, like, hey, man, good luck. Tell them something nice. Give them a bottle of water or something, but don't be grilling us, man. Like making us feel like, yo, we gotta vote for this other guy or this other guy.
People are passionate, bro. People are passionate, and people really, really back up who they're supporting. You know, and I think now it's kind of. It's a fucking my bad. I don't want to. It's a close race, bro.
No, what I think to lose point
race.
I think was really interesting. Check this out. I think this is what really interesting is that when you go to the polls and then you'll have like vote A, vote B, vote C, vote D. You know, but they're in your face. I'm talking about like, I mean, they'll paper cut you with their flyers. You know, they're just in your face.
Yeah,
and what you hear though is that maybe you do say like, nah, you're talking to voter B's, and they're you're like, nah, I'm gonna vote A, and they're like, nah, because A is this, A and that is A and that, and they're all cool. Yeah, I'm talking about if we all were not voting, if this moment was gone, all the people on that ballot are cool. You know what I mean? They're real cool. You'll see them eating here, you'll see them hanging out there, but during election season. Oh no! It's the Giants versus the Patriots. It's it's rivalry, and it's like, nah, you got to vote for my team, because if you don't vote for my team, then you suck.
Yo, and the thing is that they'll say stuff like, "Yeah, we know who you are, man. We see you shopping at Price, right? We know you," or like stuff like, "Yeah, we know you like to go eat at the Brazilian joint. We see you like, yeah, we see you at Evolution Game, but no." And I'll be like,
yeah. I see you at the Seaside Park,
you know, and I feel kind of like, yo, what's gonna happen now? Okay, I just feel like these people are gonna like,
yeah, you caught, I'm caught.
Yo, like, look, man, to the voters out there that's gonna go vote, to everyone, yo, have everybody vote in peace, man, to whoever you know they want to vote for. And I'm sure that
we should all vote though.
Of course,
that's kind of like where I'm at too, though. Yeah, I know. I this is more of I know we're talking more into like micro kind of our city. But in terms of our macro, like, let's go vote, man. I think city elections are important. I think, like,
yes, but you think the people are not tired? You don't think they're tired of voting already for the third time?
I think in our and I think in our situation in our city in Bridgeport, hell yeah, bro, we're done with this in a sense.
I think, but we need this though. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? One. We have a system. We have a due process system. If something's unfair, it needs to be justified.
All day, for
and
sure.
So they saw some unfairness, so justification needs to be done. But what I do to say, I want to say what y'all said is that people aren't voting.
Bro, how many people voted out of like
less than 10%?
Dude, it was
less than 10% of people. I want to say
9% of people voted.
Yeah, something. It's
of
wild.
The city of Bridgeport, we're the largest city.
150,000 people live in Bridgeport alone. 150,000 people, and I want to say a good total of maybe 12 to 14,000 people voted. And this is odd. It's wild. And then we have people complaining. I'm pretty sure we all spoke to people that had advice, opinion,
you know
that didn't vote.
You know the funny part, bro? It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Why you voting for Ricardo on the same line as so and so? Because that's my fucking friend.
Yo,
like, leave me the hell up. Like,
so if people don't know already, I was on line A. Which,
people have personal affiliations with some of these candidates.
And Ganem was on line A. And I'm voting. Of course, I'm promoting the whole line across the board. Sometimes some people don't know. And so what we're doing is promoting the whole line. And we promote the whole line because, one, I'm affiliated with all of them on that line.
Yo.
So I'm like, yo, vote Ganem, vote Ganem.
Yo, but
you don't have to.
But it's not even.
I'm suggesting it.
It's not even.
But let me ask you the question that everyone asks me about you. What the hell is a sheriff?
See, that's what I. See, Robbie answered that best. He said, "Listen, if you have to find out what a sheriff is, you're just in a bad position. You're in a bad place. If you have to know what a sheriff does,
people think you're a cop.
Well, I mean, if you got to find out what a sheriff does, you're in a wrong place.
You'll find out what a sheriff does
when you're
already 2-3 months late on your rant.
Yeah, when I'm knocking on your door, then you find out.
Hands on face on your door right there.
No, you know what I mean?
Yo, but
I think, but that's part of the best thing about being an American.
oh, for sure.
You can actually vote who you want in to help change the laws, help change what's happening in your local city or town.
Yeah.
So,
and this is not to bash anybody and bash either candidate. Either candidate is going on. Obviously, this is we're like in precedent times, things that's never happened again. We're doing a new primaries in the city, but go out and vote, man. If you really have, I think it's just part of our due diligence, right?
Yeah,
just go out and vote, man, and we'll see what happens. And cheers to Rick for being a sheriff, baby.
Yeah, man. Here's to becoming a sheriff.
Cheers.
Listen, honestly, it's an honor. It's an honor to be able to represent my community. Being able to be in a place where I'm from the east side of Bridgeport. If you know anything about the east side of Bridgeport, it's not held to the highest standards. Let's just put it like that. And a lot of things happen on the east side. Bro? I went to Hardin High School, public schools. I went to 7 different public schools here in Bridgeport, to be exact.
Wow, bro.
So it's an honor to be in this position to be able to represent
how many
Bridgeport. 7.
Went to 7 schools.
I went to 7 public schools in Bridgeport, bro.
You was campaigning. You was campaigning.
I was campaigning at a young age, bro. I mean, they know me from a lot of sides.
My boy's from Bridgeport.
You can't get more Bridgeport than that. You can't get more Bridgeport than that.
Yo, my sheriff is from Bridgeport, bro.
Bro, and that's the dope part about this is that I know I'm in a place where it's held on a higher standard. And I want to represent everybody, even my boys.
Of course, no, we're
I want to go into a room and they think, where's Lou? Where's Rob? And they think, wow, this guy's from Bridgeport. We seen him everywhere. We saw him catching the bus. We saw him walking downtown to the east side. We saw him. We see him all the time. So it's not like I'm not a face of Bridgeport. I want to be the face, be in the community, and continue to represent the community as much as possible.
I hope it's just to stop at sheriff, man. And I know, like you're gonna give me $100 later for this tip, but no, I'm just kidding. No, but honestly, dude, you're a good dude, man. You got a good heart. You're a good dude. You're from the city, bro. I've always said, man, like, yo, Rick has always been a good friend, a loyal friend.
Yeah, thank you.
You never even looked or bagged any girls that I was even interested in, my guy. That speaks a lot, man. Because men are some fucking horrible.
Yo, listen, man. Back in the days, if you was like dating a girl, you was trying to get to know a girl, it was recommended that you wouldn't take Rick or his brother Jose around.
Yo, you know how many times
we would try to take their.
You know how many times? You know how many times I've got, hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm good. Hey, me and my friend are going to like this bar. This is Instagram. You down? Oh yeah, sure. But can you take your boy Rick too? Like, yes, bro. This happened like 4 times. It's like, yo, this pretty girl hits me up. Oh, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Hey, is your boy Rick single?
Listen, man.
Here's his Instagram. Ask him.
It's all talk, man. Listen, man. It's all talk.
This part of the podcast is sponsored by Homemade Moscow Mules. 2 ounces of vodka, half a cup of ginger beer, and half an ounce of lime juice.
If it's Moscow,
if it's Moscow Mule, it's a Bad Bunny album.
Yo, repeat that phrase, the Logan on to Gotti for the world.
Tax collectors, we're to Christians for the tax collectors. We're too worldly for the Christians and too Christians for the world. Because you know what it is. You know what it is about that. This is how I think. In all my failures, and excuse my French, and all my fuck ups, there's something about me that still clings on to Jesus. Woo. Right? And I think there's something in me, bro, that still clings on to when I was 13, when I experienced Jesus, when I experienced God. And no matter what anybody tells me, bro, what I experienced was real.
Yeah.
My experience with God was real, and it still is. So as I get older, so back then I was a teenager, so I really didn't, like, Jesus is all I wanted to do, bro. I didn't have kids. I didn't have desires to drink. I didn't have desires to party. I didn't have desires to do drugs. All I wanted to do was just serve God, bro. And I think that's the innocence of a teenager, in a sense. Yeah. Because I grew up in a good household, so my innocence, all I wanted was Jesus.
Was it like a something like I want to serve something bigger than I am, like a bigger purpose? Or was it like that you had an experience? What made you want that as a teen?
Early on as a teen, bro, I felt like I found my savior, bro. Because as a teen, this crazy part, I was thinking it now. As a teen, I was longing for the same thing I'm longing for now, bro.
Wow.
It's love. It's acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that, like, now it's like it's almost the same things, bro, where you want to feel loved. You want to you want to be loved, and you want to love and be loved. And I think my brother said it best, man. I think we're all searching for a savior, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're searching for a savior, and I think that's at the place that I am in, and I know Jesus is my savior.
Yeah.
Jesus is my savior. And I think my brother also talked about this the other day, where you were like, yo, you believe there's other gods.
Right.
In a sense where like
other deities.
Other deities. Like
right. Other powers and forces.
Other powers and forces. Yep. And my brother, but Jesus is a deity, but for us, he's God.
He's,
you know what I'm saying?
The
God. And but
he's
we
the one that created it all.
But we choose to believe he is the God.
No, I mean he said he was though.
No, but we choose to believe.
And we choose to believe, yeah. I think
Right, of course.
I think that's the interesting part about it, right? Yeah, we choose to believe what was written about what he said.
Yep.
But we do know this person did exist.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that Jesus once walked this earth. But do you believe what the Bible says? Do you believe what the Jewish people hold dear to their heart as their scripture that we actually adopt as our Old Testament? And do we believe what the New Testament? Or do we believe the testimonies of these men who died?
But the only reason I believe those things, bro, is because of my experience with Jesus, though. Like
your personal experience.
My experience with Jesus. Like nobody, bro. Only I know what I've been through. Only I know what I experienced. Only I know the feelings that I experienced. And bro, I'm a therapist, bro. I know all about hypnosis and I know all about like reaching the intimate part of your emotions. And I understand churches nowadays, they do the dark lights, come to the altar, soft keyboard, lift your hand.
Yeah.
I know all that is part of like reaching us emotionally, like
right.
But bro, and I know all of us can say we've experienced Jesus in a way that it's just impossible for me to not ever believe in him, bro.
Right. I agree.
But at the same point, I feel like the forces of the world, bro, are just as strong as him, bro. Like,
but it just feels like it gets stronger
because I'm in the world, bro. Like I've been pulled in the world. I've known what the world is and what the world offers, bro. And no matter what, no matter how cute you are, handsome you are, how much money you got, how much girls you got, how much drugs you do, how much partying you do, at the end of the day, what you feel? What? Empty.
You
feel empty, bro. And right now at a place, I feel like, dude, no matter what I experienced in my life, dude, and the pleasures of sin and the pleasures of partying and the pleasures of drugs and the pleasures of like girls and women and feeling, and not that I'm a lust monster, I just want to feel loved, right?
Yeah. Right.
But nothing feels better than when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And honestly serving Jesus, bro.
Right.
There's nothing that beats that. And there's nothing that's the only time I've ever felt complete is when I was serving Jesus. So that's my personal experience.
I mean, I think you nailed it, bro. Because like what it is, man. I think as we get older, man, we really start. There's spiritual forces out there, like there's different deities for sure, and a lot of people don't even realize it, like when it comes to like, especially in the world of like, psychedelics and in the world of the mentality of it's kind of like it's we're all together, and it's good. But I feel like you start encountering different spiritual forces, not even like with psychedelics. I'm even like out there, like different doctrines. Like you encounter different things that really, man, get you away from God, bro. Like little by little, get you in this mindset where you don't even realize that you're there.
But in a sense, it's like you experience different gods.
Yeah.
You experience different gods, bro. Because we know the God, and we experience the God, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not other gods, bro. Like in a sense where like we put certain things as gods in our lives, bro, when they're really not the savior of us, bro. And at the end of the day, bro, I feel like I'm in a place where I've been serving other gods and not my God, bro.
Right.
And that's honestly real, man.
But this is the thing, though, like, right? But like, so with me, right? I've experienced other like spiritual forces, other deities. Want to call it gods, other gods, other things that really made me I'm telling you, I had spiritual encounters in which I deemed them they were good, like like good encounters. That really like motivated me, changed me. Because I put myself out there, I opened up my mind to different portals, But I think the good. So I always thought when I encounter all these different type of deities or gods, right, or spiritual forces, I always came back home with a mentality of like, where is Jesus through all of this? What is my mind? What do I think of Jesus through all this? Now that I experience these deities,
like where does he fit in all this?
Where does he fit in all of this?
Yeah. I agree.
So I always question, where does Jesus fit through all of this? And I felt through all that mentality, man, like in my mind was beginning to be transformed and renewed by these deities that the Bible talks about, spiritual forces. Yeah. That little by little, man, they pull you away from understanding that God, Jesus, is the God over all of these. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you begin to think like Jesus equal. They're all equal because you live in the spiritualness of these vibes.
And the fact that they have power and they're considered gods.
It's like, bro. And it's like if you're in there, bro, and you don't even realize how your mind's being transformed to basically they put you in a place where you're like, where they reduce the power of God. To like, hey, he's just like all of us gods. So your mind begins to change, like you have good experiences in the techno world, and like, because that's what I experienced, my experiences. But I think
in the drug world,
because for sure, but not just that, bro. But the music, I feel like suck you in, bro. Like the trance.
It's definitely a trance.
So I just felt lately my experience has been more of like, I don't know what, man. I think sometimes, man, like, and I'm gonna tell this to the viewers. Sometimes problems, things you hit rock bottom to make you realize, man, that you're so lost and down and such a sinner that you have no choice but to realize, like, yo, I'm just a sinner in need of a savior. And I think that mentality began to make me realize, like, where does Jesus fit in all of this?
Well, but it's so interesting you say that, because I feel like no matter who you are in this world, in this life, there's this moment in you want to explore some type of spiritual life. You want to explore some type of, because there's something deeper, there's something stronger. You seen things, you heard things, you felt things, and it can't be explained. But to ideally say, I'm going to India. Right. You know what I mean? I'm going to take my journey to India. I'm going to learn, I'm going to read about Buddhism, or I'm going to read about this. I'm going to do yoga. Yoga is a meditation. It's like people say, I'm going to explore. Because I know this a spiritual world. And it's more like we were fortunate enough to be able to find Christ first.
Early on,
We found Christ in the spiritual world that we live in. We found Christ, and then we started to understand. We started leaving Christ, and then we started opening ourselves up to be attacked or to open to different experiences.
Exactly.
And so the thing is, and then we were able to be anchored. You said it, like, no matter what, I found myself with Jesus. Like, we're anchored with Jesus. So somehow we understood that while we were experiencing all these other deities, all these gods, there was something still tugging at us, like, where does Jesus land in this? Where does Jesus, and I'm sure that's happening to a lot of people going through their spiritual journey. They're thinking the same exact thing, like, where does Jesus land in this? Because somehow, some way, you're in India and Jesus is spoken about. Muslims, there's Jesus is spoken about. You got all these other type of form of religions talking about Jesus. So where does Jesus fall into this? And that's what we did with our lives, I'm pretty sure.
And the thing is that you could probably agree, guys. It all stems from us, right? We started feeling like unhappy with our lives. And we starting to do things that make us happy. But then we feel like this judgment from people of like, yo, why are you doing this? And then we get into this mindset of like, F you guys, man. You guys, I'm doing what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? So you go out there and you venture out from this loneliness, but then you're like, yo, F people. Little by little becomes like the key of the solution. It's like rebellion.
But because what happens is I feel like a lot of people are chasing happiness.
Right.
When the truth is Jesus comes to bring peace. So when you're lonely, you find peace.
Yep.
When you're sad, you find peace. When you're in good company, you find peace.
Right.
When times are hard, you find peace.
Yep.
It's not happiness, because what happens is happiness comes and it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
the truth is we find happiness in as an emotional, a good feeling. Sometimes, for our physical body and emotional body, and sometimes our spiritual moment where we have like this happiness and we're happy, but happiness doesn't last. And so what happens when happiness is gone? That's what people are chasing. Happiness. A lot of people are out there trying to figure out how to just be happy. And what happens is we find out that that's not what's promised.
You want to love and be loved.
Happy, but don't they want to be happy? Because sometimes you're not happy and you're not. Love isn't all butterflies. Love isn't butterflies.
It's not.
Is there not a point where you and your wife had to decide to love each other versus like I'm happy right now or I'm
choose? I think
you had to make that choice.
Yeah, for sure.
So happiness is not even in the question.
Do you think
No, I think it's totally true, man, and I think that's just the beauty. But you know why, also, bro? You know why, bro? So when you think about marriage, right?
It's biblical though, too, though.
That's what I was going to say. Like it resembles like Jesus in the church, bro. And it's the same thing, with it's kind of the same thing, bro. With God in your marriage, like, you fall in love with God. You fall in love, with your wife. Then you fall out of love. There's a moment in which you're like, yo, what the heck have I done? You just fall out of love. But then there's a moment that you choose to love, bro, and that's the most meaningful one, man. Like that's the most, because, and it's unfortunate, man, that sometimes you kind of, sometimes you go through valleys, man, where you hurt yourself and you hurt people. You know what I'm saying? And then you see it like the mess you made, and then it's kind of like if you're like, man, I gotta clean this up, but but you feel so like I said, you just feel so down to clean this up, but then it's like if you choose, it's like you make this choice, bro. Like you make a choice of like, you know what? Like I'm gonna make things right, but it's just so different because now it's not even like I'm doing this for you. Like it's kind of more of like, it all makes you say, you know what, God, I'm such a broken man. And that just overall, man, just I don't know, man, just in my situation, man, I think overall lately I've been in that, man, where I'm just like, God, I'm such a broken man.
But do you feel more of a peace in that?
Do you find peace, or is it happy? Because it's not all happiness,
bro. And that's the key, I think, with Jesus, man. The difference between Jesus and all these gods is that with Jesus, you find this peace. That you're not gonna find in other things that you do. Is this peace? To know that, man, you are what you're supposed to be. That's the difference I say between God, Jesus, and other gods, bro. Like and other deities, whatever you want to call it. It's the peace, man. That surpasses all. Come on, let me.
Come on. But that's what we think. If you're one of those scholars that you're like, how blasphemous these motherfuckers are talking about other gods and stuff. That's what we feel, and that's what our experiences.
That's our experience.
Like, don't like, man. Like,
so this whole thing that we live right now is like, the Bible talks about how we're in the world, but we're not of the world. Right. And the fact is, we're not supposed to be walking like the world, so we do things opposite.
Well, we're from this world, though,
and that's the hardest part. You know why?
We're gonna experience things that this world,
our flesh.
That's
why the thing is, our flesh is one of those things that gets these desires. You want to do some things, our flesh, because that's part of this world.
And I know we don't always talk about Jesus and Christianity. We talk about a lot of different stuff that But when we talk about Jesus, Christianity, and church and religion, these are the conversations that we want to talk about. We don't want to talk about that holy goalie shit that we've been in church since we were 13, 14, 15, bro. We've been in church. We know the good. We know the bad. We know the politics. We know the religion that goes in there. We know like you can't sit in the front row because you fucking talk to a girl for 5 minutes. We come from a very
true though.
We come from a very
we come from the 5-minute rule,
a legalistic church, and we come from a very liberal church. So we know kind of, but it's not even. If you're seeing this and you're judging us in a sense, maybe this is not the podcast for you to see. But we just want to be real. We just want to be honest.
Yeah, because we're men. We're three men that's been transformed by this man named Jesus, who's experienced.
Well, still fucking up sometimes.
No,
bro.
but
all the time.
But these things happen to us where our hearts changed, and we figured out something in our brain clicked that was just like, oh, Jesus is the way, he is the truth, and he is the life. In our life,
of course.
Every time we try to like explore otherwise, we find out that somehow, some way.
Yeah, we should change the name of the podcast.
To what?
Two saved men and a sinner.
Come on now.
That's good. I like that.
Two saved men. Y'all too?
Because I know because the way it works, there's always one of us being saved, and then the other one, there's always this one sinner that's just on his way.
No. Or we should keep it one saved, the saved, the agnostic, and the atheist.
But look at like this, yo. Even those like really like judgmental Christians, they see our podcast. We're sipping on Moscow Mule. They're probably talking already. Like who?
Wait. Are we calling this a Christian podcast?
No.
Nah.
Oh, whoa.
Nah.
No.
So what are we? This is so we're not. We're the tax collectors,
Bro. We're tax collectors.
Are we too worldly for the Christian podcast?
Yo,
I call this a Christian podcast.
Listen,
we're too real to be we are sinners saved by grace, bro.
I don't even consider myself like a Christian.
Oh, there we go.
Yo,
cut it off.
He's a Christian. Wait, are you a Christ follower?
Wait, I'm gonna sound spiritual. Spiritual. I'm gonna consider myself a disciple of Jesus. Come on now, shut
That
was our Christian segment of the day.
Listen. Wait. Last announcement. Whoever wants to, give to the ministries of the Tax Collectors podcast, our phone number and our cash app is there too.
I see your hand.
What? We're gonna send you a nice handkerchief.
Wait, I see. Thank you. I see. Wait, how would they do in church? I see your hand.
How about the balcony?
Thank you. I see your hand. Thank you. I see your hand. Bye, mother.
Peace.
Bye, mother.